I'm gonna eat, you know.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Guys, I'm going to be quiet for a minute while I try and get this set up, so pardon me.
While he's doing that, one thing I want to do mention is that because we have the group stage and these are teams that are relatively new to competitive gaming, it's not uncommon to see these kinds of blowouts 2-0, that sort of thing. So that does leave us to be scrambling a little bit trying to find a third match, so you've got something to watch and enjoy instead of saying, well, we'll be back in 40 minutes, see ya. So hopefully you appreciate this, and Raptor, thanks for finding us a third game to cast.
You're welcome. They haven't started the game yet either, so that's good. So we've got time to I've got time to fix this.
How about this, Raptor? For those of you guys watching either of our streams, go ahead and put in a prediction. Who do you think is going to win this game at this point? See what you guys think. See if you're right. Is it going to be MIA-A? Or is it going to be a mix of Haifu, Prana, NNC, and Waifu?
There we go. All right, so I don't have a match card for you guys, but I'll tell you that Game 3 will be on Islands of Ice. Zath, we can't do here. Crap, we can't do this.
No?
Wait. This says
can't?
tournament mode. Islands of Ice has a tournament mode?
We'll find out, oh yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me talk to them real fast.
Potential undocumented change.
Okay, they know now, so hopefully we don't screw this up. I guess we'll find out. All right. What are these guys doing? All right. All right. Well, what we're about to show you guys is let's have a quick look at the group stage and see how things are going. And refresh. There we go. All right. We can see now TSPC CVR winning their matches in Group 1. RQL and Do It winning their matches in Group 2. Rust and APOC already out to a lead there in Group 3. We're going to cast those guys here in a little while, about an hour and a half or so. MIA and Cute, both with wins in Group 5 so far. And, of course, Team Danger Noodle and Deletion, both with wins in Group 8. No games reported yet in Group 7 or Group 5. We are actually about to cast a game here in Group 5. Not sure what NGAB and RQW are up to. And then we'll see what happens in the rest of Group 6.
Yep, and this is a third match, so whoever wins this moves on.
Yep. Well, I mean, everybody's playing 3 matches today, right? These guys they'll just win the match.
Hopefully you guys are seeing the level of camaraderie amongst people in here. You know, everybody's here to have fun. We're not earning XP.
Absolutely.
We're not here to, you know, brag one team better than the other. We're just here to play a game in a different mode and just enjoy it.
I think they're trying to get the map figured out. He definitely doesn't want ranked. Yeah, I think there's some confusion over which map version they should, what map mode they should be taking.
Which is interesting because they had it right the first time, I think.
I think they did, but I'm not convinced.
By the way, Ice Dragon on my team, Nadir01 on my stream said that he was watching the game with Do It, and Fem was not the carrier for Do It today.
Okay. I saw someone else mention on my stream that she was not playing today for some reason. Maybe she's off or working. Who knows? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna Zath, get ready with his carrier. I think I'm gonna get him to do regular domination just so that we know how that works. And I'm not convinced that the clans mode is gonna give us what we want.
Okay. So you want me to take the Ryujo?
Yes. That way we know that works. So let's not screw around. Let's do it right.
Alright, we shall commit seppuku!
Yes. I'm grabbing a Ryujo.
I'm gonna do this one-handed because I have pizza in my right hand.
Alright guys, sorry for all the technical delays here. We'll be underway shortly. Just need Polarberg. Looks like, okay, he's got the map set. He just needs to queue up and we'll be on our way.
So 5 minutes ago, I asked my stream who they thought that would win.
Yeah.
And we got 2 votes for MIA, and Puddin, being Puddin as always, has said the winning team.
That's Puddin, alright. Alright, I think we're about ready to drop. Looking that way.
And away we go. Raptor, if you don't mind, if you could talk about team comps for both sides just while I finish up my pizza.
Yeah, no worries. All right, well, guys, as we're zoning in here, we'll start with the red team for me. This is MIA. Sorry, this is the Knuckles Strikes Back TKSB's lineup. Hakuryu Carrier, Montana, and Republique for battleships. That's Curious Choices. Des Moines, Henri, Hindenburg, and Moskva. Zath, have we ever seen an Henri in this level of play?
No, but this is also kind of new because last time weren't we doing tier 8s? No, we were tier 10s last time.
We were doing tier 10s. Yes, sir.
You're right.
And
this is weird.
Course, yep, and then Cab, which we've never seen, and Grozovoy. This will be fascinating.
Well, we've seen Grozovoy. 07 did Grozovoy.
No. Grozovoy, yes. Cab, no. Ah.
Now, on my team here, so Khabarovsk, obviously very fast, right? And able to get on the flank, so that's interesting. Moskva, good for spotting. Grozovoy with the defensive fire can be incredibly powerful. Republique, so why is that so special? Because it's got a really good rate of fire and really, really good penetration, so it's going to stomp pretty much any cruiser it comes into. It can. Versus enemy team, double Montana, Des Moines, double Hindenburg, Grozovoy, and Yu Yang. So, kind of like the matches we did before, except this time I'm on the team that's a little bit more varied, and Raptor's on the team that's a little bit more set up.
Uh-oh.
And we have a crash.
We've got, yep, looks like we've got a mulligan. Yep, going back to port. Well, you guys didn't miss anything then. Except for me failing at torpedoing myself.
You know what's funny? I didn't flood after with 8 torpedo hits. I just lost my engines.
Wow. Okay. Well, guys, we're gonna get there. I promise.
This is also a thing when you're using training room, you can get a guy that crashes, and unlike random battles where you're like, oh, this guy's AFK, you actually care about them. And try to get them a chance to get back in.
That's kind of important.
Now they get 1 mulligan, right? And then after that, they play anyway?
I honestly don't remember. I think that's correct. I thought it might have actually been up to 2, but we'll get this game going here shortly.
Yep.
The good news is that once we get this game off the ground, there'll be almost no break between the end of this game and the start of our next match, which is set to start in about 25 minutes. So we'll have a very, very short break there, which would be good. I might run down and refill my water glass.
Funny you should mention water. I've switched to wine, sir.
Oh, wow. This is going to be a fascinating stream. Everybody mark the time. Because I've seen Zath after he goes through a glass or 2 of wine, let me tell you.
Glass?
Yeah, I know. You went through the whole bottle when you were here in Lexington.
I was very happy to drink your Pinot Noir that you didn't seem to care about. So
wow,
thanks for that.
It's there to get drunk, man. I mean, have it.
The best part was the drink counter at the Let's Battle tour. You have to show your ID, right? And I think the 5th or 6th time I went up there, the lady's like, all right, like, I know who you are.
You know, Zath, to me, one of the best stories that I read about coming out of the St. Petersburg, the CC Summit, was, of course, they took all the community contributors out to dinner a couple of times. And one of the times they all went out, I don't know if it was dinner or after they were out drinking somewhere. And of course, all the Americans and the Europeans and all the guys that aren't Russian, they're all there. They're drinking vodka, right? Vodka, Russian vodka. And all the Russians are drinking bourbon.
Not surprised.
And somebody asked one of them, like, why aren't you guys drinking vodka? And they were all like, why would I drink vodka when there's bourbon around? I just thought that was hilarious. And I told Radar afterwards, I heard this story. I sent him a PM. I said, we need to send one of you guys back over there next time with a bottle of real Texas bourbon, because they make some really good bourbon up in the hill country here. And he was like, ooh, so yeah, we're gonna have to look into that next time.
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
right, guys. We're all ready to drop here. We're going to be bringing you Game 3 of Group 5. This is MIA Argos versus the Knuckles Strike Back, which is a team mixed across several different clans. They are going to Islands of Ice for the rubber game of a 3-game set. And we just had a mulligan. We had to drop, go back to training room, trying to get everybody back into the game here and get going.
I got to say, it's really cool that we've got a team here formed out of people from 3 different clans. It says something about the people that are in those clans. One thing I like about Warships is it's not this super elitist, my clan is far better than yours and leave me the F alone kind of thing.
Yeah. Technically that's 4 clans. You have Waifu, Haifu, NNC, and PRNA. I can only assume that Waifu and Haifu are weeb clans. One of the best running jokes that I've seen lately. If you watch the tournament but you don't hang out on the King of the Sea server, you might have not seen this. But at some point, and I don't remember if this is in one of the admin, it might not be a conversation that was in public, but several people were going back and forth about wanting to have a tournament of weeb clans and non-weeb clans, which I thought was hilarious.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of chat in my chat right now about we plan stuff like that. So I guess it's a thing. I don't know.
Apparently so. So there you go. Oh, hey, quick shout out. So, had someone subscribe to me earlier. That's fantastic on Twitch. That's like a first for me. I don't know that I've ever had this before. So thank you. And I had someone else subscribe during the stream. So fantastic, guys. Thanks. I really appreciate that. I don't know that I'll ever really be doing a lot of Twitch. This is not what I'm going to do for a living, right? I make too much money doing what I already do. There's no way this can really replace it, I don't think. But I do appreciate it because we do put in a lot of time. So it is noted, and thank you very much.
All yeah, right, I'd like to echo that on my side too. You know, I believe somebody subscribed to mine too, which is just freaking awesome. And yeah, you know, this is something that Raptor and I are doing because it's fun, because we like this game way too much. And because our wives are very nice and letting us do this.
Super patient.
And I did not just say that because my wife is sitting 20 feet behind me.
Mine's sitting right behind me, and I would have said it to her face. So yeah.
Exactly.
Someone else crashed again? He said... Oh, okay, yeah, MIA's down a player again. Wow, they keep having this guy crash.
Up, they forfeit, we win. Haha, my team's better than yours.
Subtle, Zath. Super subtle.
It's the wine, man. It brings out all the subtleties in me.
You don't got to sell me, man. Well, I'll tell you what, while we're waiting for him to get back, I'm going to take 30 seconds and run down and refill my water glass, so be right back.
For those of you guys who are watching and curious, the wine I'm drinking is Sauvignon Cabernet. Cabernet Sauvignon. The deepest of red wines. Oh, yeah. And it's an Australian wine because, why not? And I'll tell you what, if you've never been to Australia, it's worth checking out. But don't forget about the little neighbor next to it, New Zealand. Oh my god, the best wine ever in New Zealand, especially the Pinot Noir in the South Island. Woo boy, good stuff. We have a report that somebody's circuit breaker tripped and that person is trying to fix their problem. Now, oh, here he is. We got 9. Nope, we got 9. Okay, so we are missing somebody. RIP. In that case, there's 2 possibilities. One, MIA concedes the match, which would really hurt them. Ouch! Or, option 2, they do 8 versus 9 as is being talked about right now, and they try to bring in a bot or something on the MIA side. Of course, you would want to bring in an Eerie for a bot, because Eerie's
Zath, all your alcohol talk inspired me. I grabbed a glass of bourbon while I was downstairs.
Yes!
I know, right? Let's do this right. Hey, I'll tell you, you know something interesting while we're waiting on all this crap to get together, or they decide what they're going to do. You know, they don't really grow... Back up. When we were in New Zealand a number of years ago, my wife and I took a great wine tour, and that was on North Island, not far from Auckland. But one of the things we learned is that it's very difficult for them to grow good red grapes on the islands because they don't get enough heat. Right? And so the red grapes they use, they're imported from Australia.
Yep.
So they bring the red grapes over from Australia, and then they mix and ferment the wine there on the island, but the grapes themselves are not grown natively in New Zealand because they just can't do it well. Oh, Stone just showed up.
Right. However, I think the grapes that they used for Pinot can grow in New Zealand, at least in the South Island.
They can grow them, but they don't grow. They don't develop the same level of flavor as they do because they don't get the 20, 35, 40 degree, 40 C temperatures over the summer that they do in Australia. You don't get that extreme heat.
Correct. But regardless, their wine is better. Am I wrong?
When it comes to reds, I'm going to say yes. I will absolutely agree with you that New Zealand whites are far superior. The white grapes they grow in New Zealand are just fabulous. Okay, everybody's here. I think we're about ready to go. Yep, we just dropped. All right, guys, thanks for your patience. I apologize for the various technical delays. Welcome to World of Warships with Raptor and Zath. Good news is, game's loading. We should be good to go momentarily. Here we go. And just because I'm tired of you looking at the match card, I'm going to show you things that I normally don't, which is the behind the scenes, us killing ourselves, because I always think this part of the match is boring and pointless, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Enjoy.
Wow, okay. I do it all the time because I have to show how pro lead I am at killing myself.
I've gotten to where I don't show this because it's like, who wants to watch 35 seconds of me torpedo, or 60 seconds of me torpedoing myself? You know, it's whatever.
Do you really think that everybody is actually watching right now, or how many do you think are actually just listening in?
You know, a fair point, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it is a visual game. I hope they're not trying to treat this like radio. This isn't like baseball.
Are you sure? I mean, you got a great voice for it.
Well, yeah, but I have a face for radio. That's what I keep getting told.
I didn't want to go that far, but thank you.
Oh, I've been saying that about myself for years. You know, Halcyon, one of the admins of the tournament, caught me the other day. We were chatting on voice, and he goes, "I have to ask you a question." I said, "Go ahead." He says, Are you in radio? Do you do like radio announcing?" I was like, "Oh, hell no."
I don't know about you, but I remember when I was a kid, I used to play with my boombox, and I used to like record radio announcements and stuff just because it'd be fun. Fine, I guess I'm alone on that.
No, I'm sorry, I was busy launching torpedoes at myself. I've done some of that myself over the years, so yeah, I hear you. All right, well, we're slowly getting to where we're about to die. There goes some torpedo hits for me. Oh, look, no floods. That's fantastic. Hopefully
no floods
these will
on my
flood
first.
me out. Yep, and now I have your problem. No floods. So we'll send up a bomber.
Get wrecked. Oh, here's the flood. Yes! I'm gonna beat you.
Not very hard to do when I can't flood myself with my own freaking torpedoes. This is the I hate doing this. It wastes so much time.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun to look at
double
this
fire.
ship. I mean, look at this thing.
All right. So while my ship burns to the ground, let's look at early deployments. We have Montana, Des Moines, Hindenburg, and Grozavoy headed down towards C. Some pretty aggressive fighter scouting going on here by Icarius Chinese Hakuryu on the other team. A little bit of a fighter duel there at B, as one of the Yu Yangs, that's Blood Rain, is well into the cap there, kind of capping on right on the edge of B. Looks like it's contested now, though.
Our Hakuryu is using the space camo because that's better, so we're gonna win.
That's right.
Yeah, our team
ours is using one of the funky Chinese camos.
Oh.
All right, so B cap now ticking up, was ticking up for MIA, is now back to ticking up for MIA again.
Yeah, Explosive Dumpling and the Grozavoy decided to come back out, most likely for fear of the Yu Yang once it got spotted. Most likely that Yu Yang is radar, and therefore, why risk it?
But that Yu Yang is not radar. See the big smoke cloud? The smoke is rendering for you on the corner of B, right?
Yep. In the usual camping island area? Yeah.
Got it. So in my mind, that may have been a bit of a mistake. There was no need for him to do that, knowing that the smoke was there, knowing that one of the destroyers had laid it. I mean, it could have been the Grozavoy. He doesn't know which destroyer, probably, unless it was spotted. Was it spotted and verified as the Yu Yang?
But based on the fact that the Grozavoy last spotted on our side was heading south by C cap, and C is now being capped, it's a safe assumption that the Yu Yang is indeed smoke.
Fair enough. Well, B and C going over to MIA as the big push from Knuckles seems to be up north. Khabarovsk in the C cap, backed up by Republic and an Henri close aboard. Des Moines, a Montana, and Hindenburg up there for MIA to try and slow down that push, but that's a lot of speed with an Henri and a Khabarovsk. We'll have to see how this works.
I do like seeing Kaba in competitive because I think she is a competitive boat. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm watching her very carefully here.
I agree that she has a place if used in the right team composition.
Yes. Now, we have to be careful with that Hindenburg up to the north. Hindenburg's got that quarter pen. It will pen the 50mm armor on the Kaaba.
Yep.
And that'll hurt a lot.
If I'm Milan Rouge's cab, I'm not super excited about seeing Tranix Hindenburg up there, because that's probably the one guy. Him and Didax Hindenburg are the two people that can just reliably pin him with pretty much any shell they throw at him.
Yes, but I do like that the Republique is backing him up, also using Space Camo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is important. So the Republic backing him up means that that Hindenburg can't expose himself on the other end of that channel, really.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful. Well, A going to Knuckles, C going to MIA, and MIA now trying to get back in and contest B.
Yep.
Explosive Dumplings Grozovoy spotted by Elfaros' Grozovoy. Wow, close. Like, I'm surprised they were that close to each other. Elfaros all the way on the other side of the cap on the 6th line.
Yep. A bit of a misplay by Dumpling, I think, opening fire, forcing him to use his smoke instead of just holding fire.
Yeah, well, he is hemmed in a bit there.
Yep.
Big fighter battle going on in the northwestern corner of B with that Yu Yang, Blood Rain's Yu Yang there in smoke.
Yep. Our carrier
Dumpling
needs to...
now radar Smurfling's Des Moines coming up the backside of that island, very, very close to Grozovoy's Dumpling. I'm sorry, Dumpling's Grozovoy. Wow, yep,
Tier 10 Dumpling.
Groz. That's right. Elfaros' Groz now able to just punish Dumpling now from this position in smoke.
Wow, yeah.
Probably can't be seen. Nobody's down there to spot him. No radar can find him. Dumpling now goes dark again as one of the Des Moines, the Knuckles Des Moines, ducking into the cap to try and cap. That's really ballsy. Grozovoy spotted again.
And I don't like how Quimail is backing into the cap. Actually, it looked like he was going bow in and turned all the way around.
Super weird.
Yeah. Oh, Dumpling very low. 900 hit points.
Yeah, Dumpling's on like, it was on like 2,500 last I saw him. There he is. 900 HP and falling. Yeah. Just needs to get a few shells on that guy and he'll be out.
It's interesting.
Big bomber strike now coming in for Real Senpai's Montana down at sea.
Notice him, Senpai.
Here comes the fighters.
It's interesting how the 3 fighters are grouped together like that. Typically, you don't see that.
Yeah, Polarberg coming to defend his teammate, but the strike gets into the water. Senpai definitely going to take some torps here. Looks like 3 or 4. 1, 2, 3. Yep, eat some damage there. Well, the damage they put into Dumpling really means they're going to have a struggle using him to try and contest B.
Well, right now MIA's got a 50k advantage in health.
Yeah.
Plus, they've got both caps. I mean, they're in an incredibly strong position.
Yeah, they're in a really strong position. Well, and all the Knuckles forces at C, or excuse me, at A, have left.
Yeah.
The Cap's going down to B. It looks like the Henri and the Republique are running away.
What we need is for the Kava to just go full rush and put on that Tetris remix music and go.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you would send ships that fast to A and not continue pushing them through.
Because of the fear of the Hindenburg.
Now, I guess, yeah, I don't know. The entire team now, Knuckles' entire team is literally just clumped up on the edge of B.
Yep. I do like how that Kava easily avoided the torps. It's just...
Probably just outran them.
Yeah.
Well, Milan Rouge's cab now into the northern end of B. Probably well spotted, I can only assume. Shots going in on him now. So from the south, so they've definitely got eyes on him.
Here we go. Now we're seeing
2 radar crews, 3 cruisers, and a battleship. Very, very close aboard.
Yeah, we need that group in B cap. They need to go into B cap if they want to make this happen.
I mean, they're just camped out.
Yep.
Pitched a tent, trading shots. Like, that's not going to win you the game, guys, unless you really bag the kills.
I do like watching Milan Rouge here doing his thing in the Kaaba. It's a thing of beauty.
Mm-hmm. Like, Smurflings, they've forced Smurflings Des Moines back, right? But there's no one who has shots on him to the south.
Right.
So they pushed him back there, but it doesn't do them any good because they can't exploit that position.
Exactly. Yes. So the group behind B needs to actually get into B, as A now that Hindenburg feels he's free to push in.
I mean, Tranich is about to move into A up north and start capping A. Yep. He can go camp the north side of that island in A and just cap, and nobody can do anything about it. The Republic and the Montana won't have shots on him.
Yeah, I don't like seeing Republic and Montana right next to each other. That's not helpful.
Yeah, they need to be split up.
Because then the enemy just has to angle to one source of damage instead of two.
Some very interesting play, choice of strategy here by Knuckles early on. They're about 140 points down as we approach the halfway mark of the match here on Islands of Ice.
Oh,
MIA
Quaymel just
probably
took a
still
big
in
hit. Sorry to cut in like that.
That's
Quaymel
okay.
just lost half his health.
Des
He's
Moines?
at 22k now.
Tranix Hindenburg taking a torpedo strike up in A, but are any of these planes going to survive to drop? I don't know. Looks like one, maybe one. Nope. The lone torpedo did not survive.
Oh man, and I'd like to see Dumpling just at least tossing some torpedoes in or something. He's got 10-kilometer torps. Not too bad.
Grozavoy's torps aren't terrible.
No. Rouge is now, you know, I mean, he's doing what he can, but if his team isn't backing him up, that's hard.
Well, Rouge caps B, but Tranix Hindenburg bags A virtually uncontested because, well, no one's got shots on him.
Yep.
There comes a bomber strike for him, but it's going to do minimal damage. There'll be HE bombs. They'll light a couple of fires. He'll put it out, and life will go on.
Yep.
I really like MIA has a better board position right now.
And that's to be expected,
and a health
right?
advantage.
They've got the experience. They've played competitive before. Whereas Waifu and these other clans, I mean, they've played, but in their respective clans, not really together.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Real Senpai's Montana now in a great position to dump shells into the Moscow or the Des Moines up at B.
Oh, Quaymel dead.
Yeah,
Taken out by...
finally first kill of the game going to MIA here on Islands of Ice. Well, Knuckles strikes back as the title, as their team name would suggest.
Yep.
As the Republic bags a kill in response. Now the Republic is now in the cap with Tranix Hindenburg. I tell you, if I'm Tranix, I just run up and torp the guy.
Yep. And if I'm that Republic, I'm thinking, how do I avoid that? And
well, he needs to turn south, right? If he turns to the south side of that island, he can avoid that.
He's going to be turning south regardless because of these torp bombers.
He is turning south already. He's not moving very quickly.
No, I don't know why.
He's pulled up. Oh, that's the Paris. That's the fancy space camo. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Stay at least one torp there.
Grozavoy using defensive fire to try to ensure that he only takes one torp instead of two. And I'll tell you what, in addition to the people viewing this, my cat has decided to join me.
Yeah. Tranix doing making the smart play at A here, right? I mean, if they're not gonna oblige him, it looks like he was gonna reverse and back up and get out of the cap, but now he's going forward again.
I
looks
like Swag over 9,000 Boy is splitting up, and they're gonna basically hit the Hindenburg on both sides.
I think Tranix's going to be able to get a good torpedo strike on one of these guys. It looks like he's turning to opt for the Republic. He's going to use the island. Here comes another torpedo bomber strike. Tremendous amount of Knuckles firepower devoted to A right now.
Yeah, and the problem too with that Republic is I'm seeing him getting spammed right now by Yu Yang, so we know that means Deepwater Torps are probably coming his way too.
Yep, well, here comes the torp stripe on Tranix. Going to need at least 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah, no defensive fire, which is interesting.
No, his DF is probably still just barely on cooldown. He needs 2 in the forward end of the ship there, as the other torpedo squadron doesn't survive to drop.
There's the Deepwater Torps.
Plumber barely manages to dodge the Deepwater Torps, but he is continuing to get burned. A lot of drama at A, but not for a lot of thunder and lightning, but not much gain. Real Senpai under a tremendous amount of pressure down in C. Henri has a huge health advantage on him right now, as looks like he's on at least 2 fires.
Yeah.
Senpai is going to be going down here momentarily. MIA is going to lose a battleship down at the bottom end of the map.
This is good. I like the Henri's position. It's forcing the Montana out.
Very well. Senpai was moved up a little aggressively and did not have as much support as he would have wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That narrows the score now. Less than 100 points separate the 2 teams with about 7 minutes to play.
Now what needs to happen is the Henri needs to get into C-Cap now, and he needs that Hindenburg to come with him.
Look at what is happening. Cabaros charging a Montana and getting torpedo dropped at the same time.
Wow.
And the torpedo drop takes him out. Holgerberg's Hakuryu doing fantastic work there, defending his teammate from a torpedo strike. He does still eat 1 torpedo. Stone Smasher taking one in the stern, but certainly not enough to kill him there.
Yeah, that was, I don't know what the point was for that. Very desperate move.
Look back at A. Tranich still having, ooh, wow, big hit there from Republic, but Deepwater Torps now coming in for Plumber. This is going to end his game. One. Here comes 3 more, 4 more, bam, bam, and that is done. Tranich now just having to deal with the Hindenburg crawling up his stern as he turns to starboard to dump some of his port torps out that way. Another torpedo strike coming in for him now. He bounces a few Montana shells, doesn't die, but is very low on health.
And the
cab
Montana
flooded out Stone Smasher. Wow. Tranich polishes off the torpedo strike. Some of these torps are going to land on 9,000.
3 of them.
Takes 3 in the bow. He's double fire, probably flooded. He must have repaired because the fires and the flooding are. Another decent salvo on Tranich, but not enough to kill him. Tranich repairing now. As Swag on 10K under focus fire from the Yu Yang and Tranich's Hindenburg.
Yeah, very interesting to see that the Yu Yang is smoking. In this case, it's definitely working out for him.
Well, Knuckles is making a really hard push now. They are just determined not to give this game up. Back, they are now contesting the 2 caps they don't own. MIA not taking up points now. 5 minutes to play. 130 points separate these teams, but 9,000 is about to go out.
Yep.
Here come the Deepwater Torps. Bam. MIA will retain control of the A cap.
Neither team wants to lose this series.
As Smurfling bags the Moskva. That's an interesting trade. I'm surprised he pulled that off.
Yeah.
You know what else surprises me? Dumpling is still alive somewhere.
Unfortunately, though,
forever.
He's alive, but I don't know what he's really doing.
4 minutes to play. MIA 1 ship up and about 200 points up, but Knuckles pushing hard now, bagging, turning C around. 2 surviving cruisers down there for them. And then, of course, the Grozovoy's on low health somewhere. On 900 HP, wherever Dumpling happens to be. Blood Rain's Yu Yang now about to come back into the top end of B and start capping that for MIA. I think they've pretty much got this locked up unless they really, really screw up here.
Yeah, I'd really like to see at this point Dumpling shouldn't be way in the back like he is. He should be smoking up the Henri or the Hindenburg or both.
Well, he's headed that way. He is now in the C cap. He's been spotted somehow, maybe by radar.
Yeah.
They're going to bag C. Knuckles picks up C finally as Didax Hindenburg is the only ship that they really have shots on right now. A lot of fire coming his way. Dumpling looks like he's trying to get over and provide that smoke. All the battleships in the game are gone. Everybody's battleships are out.
Good. I mean, oh, that's terrible.
Oh, it's terrible. Yes, I know. I am unashamedly biased in this regard.
Oh, why is he...
Oh, big hits on the Henri from Tranich's AP. Tranich having a great game here in the Hindenburg on Islands of Ice.
Yeah,
and that about my mic.
The Henri should have been using AP. Here it comes.
Smurfling's
That's why you use AP in the Henri.
Ooh.
Boom!
Yep, well, a trade there keeps the score, the gap even, as I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this name. Who you do? Whatever. The surviving Hindenburg. The surviving Hindenburg heads north up. Looks like he's going to try and contest B. He's got a lot of Deepwater Torps coming at him already. They were just launched by Blood Rain's Yu Yang at the top end of the cap. Once again, Tranich seeming to be everywhere on this map. Now in a duel with this surviving Hindenburg.
Yep, and unfortunately, Issei is being forced to go bow on, which is not going to be very good for Hindenburg.
He'll be out here momentarily.
At least fire torps, nope.
There he goes. That leaves the Grozovoy. Dumplings Grozovoy, the last surviving surface ship. Who would have thought it? That ought to wrap it up. MIA here looks like they're easily going. Well, I would say easily. It was a good game, but they've certainly got it now. Claiming victory here on Islands of Ice. GG to both teams. MIA going up with 1 match in Group 5.
Time for the Hakuryu to commit seppuku.
Indeed, and I've already gotten a message. Adopt and Impact are ready for us as soon as we get out of this game. So no waiting for the next game, folks. Stay with us. We're immediately going right on to Group 6. We're going to show you Impact and Adopt a Tomato.
Should we just go now and we know what the result is?
We'll wait to finish. I like to let the game finish out and show the final result tallies and everything.
Okay.
They're blaming you, Zath. Look in chat. There it is, MIA bagging the match against Knuckles. And the group stage here in King of the Sea Supremacy. Trannic. Trannic is the all-star of that game.
Mm-hmm. Look at that, 43.
43 plane kills, and the work he did against those battleships, unbelievable. I'd love to know what his damage total was.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. All right. Well, let's head back out and get on to our next game. Impact and Adopt a Tomato. I don't know Adopt a Tomato. Or have you seen these guys run into these guys before, Zath?
Adopt, I've run into them quite a bit, yes. If I recall correctly, they are a training clan, so they're all about trying to help other players get good, which is really cool to see.